Tulsa en route to Santa Fe. And there beneath the blazing sun my horse began to sway. Was then I heard a thunderous sound come rising up behind. The hoofbeats of 12 horsemen, their course locked onto mine. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time. Those 4 days ride from Tulsa, the rider's still in tow. They were dressed in white from toe to tip, pale horses trod below.
I'm from a long line of people that moved on. My grandparents came from Germany because they had to. My husband's parents came west to Ohio, then Missouri, then Oklahoma. But my husband didn't have the courage for it in the end. He'd rather drink and die than fight and live. Anyway, these days my fears seem awful familiar. Can you tell me something scary that I haven't already lived? Did you get that tearjerker out of a magazine? Sadness. Back in Oklahoma, sadness. When it got too hot, we'd wet down towels and there's grief like that. It's everywhere. And you can't, anyway, know any good Thank you for sharing that one. I feel a little better now. My past? Well, my son that was born dead I buried back by our old house in Okima. And then there were the 2 girls that lived long enough to come out here before my husband took them back. That's my past. I've had a hard day. Do you know any hopeful stories to cheer me up? That's a good one. I'll try to remember it when I'm out in the fields. Preachers say you can choose to steal or not, choose to work hard or be lazy. But you steal if you're too hungry not to. And that's not a choice you made. I've had a hard day. Do you know any hopeful stories to cheer me up? Thank you for sharing that one. I feel a little better now. Change. Well, look at it this way. Even if my children live, going back to Oklahoma, how are they supposed to grow up? 2 little girls with no woman to tell them how to manage. They'll come out wild proud like my husband's sister Bunny, running around in lipstick and overalls at the same time. Anyway, know any good, hopeful stories to share? I could sure use one. That's a good one. I'll try to remember it when I'm out in the fields. Trust. The only thing I can rely on is me. I'm not gonna stop trying to live before I die. Some people give up, but they're dud seed. California isn't what they told us. It gets cold here at night, same as anywhere. And the people here weren't happy to see us coming. We spend all day hungry while we're picking lettuce and apricots. Abundance all around, but we don't dare touch it. And there's no more west to go. I'm headed this way to the next job. You say hello if we cross paths again, all right?
And last among their number, a chilling sight to see. The 13th horse lay empty, with a saddle meant for me. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider.
Voy a rayar mi nombre en los huesos de la tierra. Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo. Porque cuando la calaca regrese a mi balón.
Beside this lonely campfire, a familiar, magnificent black horse rears at your presence. A familiar old Stetson-hatted cowboy calls. The horse snorts as you approach. Easy, easy, Bill says again. Don't get company much, but I try to be hospitable. West's changed. Folks still need each other. rattlesnake on.
Pues cuando mi llama llegue hasta abajo, ya mi tren se le acabe guiar. No va a haber nadie más que cabe mi hoyo. Pues yo no tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando esté frío y falta, estos son los que me enterrarán, que me entierran. Pues voy a tirar estas piedras sobre las aguas de esta tierra y más tardar llegarán fuera de aquí, porque cuando caiga la noche llega por mí y me toma con él. Este será mi cuento, mi canción del vagón.
Anyone ask you to join the communists? Few folks out here have been telling me I should, but I'm not much for joining things. Still, we've gotten to a time where you can't just tell poor folks to move along. There's nowhere to move along to. Been so long since I last chuckled, I'm not sure my mouth can do it anymore. Can you tell me a story that'll make me laugh? Oh, my sides hurt. Country. Every part of this country is the same in the way that counts. Oklahoma and California couldn't look more different. Plenty grows in California. There's more oranges and peaches than I ever thought could be in one place. But when you leave the bad soil and the bad weather, one thing's the same from Oklahoma to Bakersfield, and that's the owner. Anyway, these days my fears seem awful familiar. Can you tell me something scary? Huh. My grief. We don't even get to be... Anyway... That's a good one. I'll try to remember it when I'm out in the fields. In the future, I don't know if it'll ever happen. Anyway, I'm looking for a good laugh. Oh, come on. Religions. You tell me. Anyway, I'm looking. Give me a moment. Joy. The hope of when I hear there's a law come, thinking it might happen is better. And there's enough of us that have nothing left but the... I don't know if it'll be communists or unions or someone getting religion in a tent. Thanks for talking with me.
Rayar mi nombre en los huesos de la tierra. Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo. Porque cuando la calaca regrese a mi valor, habrá mucho por allá, pues voy a cargar mi pala en mi espalda. Agotada, voy a guardar
A Chevy sedan laden with suitcases chugs to a stop beside you. A woman leans out the window. An infant screaming, and two boys are punching each other in the back seat.
Could you drive us for a while? I gotta feed the baby, but we need to keep moving. I could pay.
You grip the wheel tight as sounds of chaos fill the car. The boys have begun to wrestle in earnest on the Chevy's bench. Llorona! Their mother hisses. Both boys straighten instantly. In the mirror, you see their stricken expressions. The only sound is the baby's soft. You direct the question to the boys in the back, but they don't make a sound. Their eyes are wide and frightened. Patting the infant on the back, their mother chuckles. The boys don't speak another word, even when you part ways down the road.
No va a haber nadie más que cabe mí o yo. Pues yo no tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando esté frío y falta, estos son los que me enterrarán, que me entierran. Pues voy a tirar estas piedras sobre las aguas de esta tierra y más tardar llegarán fuera de aquí, porque cuando caiga la noche llega por mí.
Your knees make a nasty cracking sound with every step. Wandering this infernal city of steep hills takes its toll. Just over the crest of one hill, you find a stopped truck. Yang Chow, fresh fruit and vegetables. It's laden with colorful produce.
You know anything about engine?
Asks a man, obscured by the raised triangular hood of the truck. You come around next to him. One glance tells you that there's nothing obviously wrong with the engine. But there's smoke coming from somewhere deep behind and beneath it. The gearbox, maybe.
Ah, never mind.
He just slams down the hood of the truck, wisps of smoke leaking out of it. He sits on the edge of the truck bed, and you get a good look at him. He's tall, well-built, fans himself with his Panama hat.
Sent my brother over to get a real mechanic, but... Well, I can barely keep this running as it is. Wish I still had a farm.
He sighs theatrically, surprising himself with his own easy honesty.
Sam Liang, landless, broke truck driver. Dad would have been proud. My old man was, well, he was old. Guys like him didn't get a lot of chances to start a family.
He glances around the upwards parabola of the hill, at the placid row houses around you.
I was just a kid when it happened. The '06 quake. I can still remember. Barely.
You didn't think the musician would even notice you. He seemed off in his own little world, idly strumming and muttering along in tune. He stops and calls out to you from his perch on the sidewalk.
What's your name?
He winks.
Now watch this.
He sings Baby Won't You Please Come Home, but with your name in the lyrics.
Now,
He says,
if you found that meant something to you, and you want to show some of that appreciation, I sure would be obliged.
He clenches his jaw.
You've taken my art without recompense for the labor. Now, the God I pray to ain't a violent one, but I curse you for that. And you believe me, artists, wherever you go.
As you leave, he loudly sings a song about the devil. You don't know whether he's referring to the God he prays to, or you.
Thank you.
I say, you there!
Shouts the boy, sitting on the broken stairs of a sand-swept shack. His imperial affect seems at odds with his shabby clothes and sallow skin.
I shall pay you this enormous, beautiful, shining coin if you would only dance for me.
You attempt a solo foxtrot. From the get-go, the boy is clearly unenthused. After 2 repetitions, he throws a rock at you to make you stop.
I didn't like that,
He informs you.
but I always honor my debts.
He hands
Voy a rayar mi nombre en los huesos de la tierra. Clavaré mis tacones entre el suelo. Porque cuando la calaca regrese a medir mi valor, habrá mucho por allá, hallado. Pues voy a cargar mi pala en mi espalda agotada. Voy a guardar mi ruego entre mis suelas. Pues cuando mi llama llegue hasta abajo, ya mi tren se le acabe guiar. No va a haber nadie más que encabe mi hoyo. Pues yo no tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando esté frío y falta, estos son los que me enterrarán, que me entierran. Pues voy a tirar estas piedras sobre las aguas de esta tierra, y más tardar llegarán fuera de aquí. Porque cuando caiga la noche llega por mí y me toma con él. Este será mi cuento, mi canción del vago. Mi canción del vago.
It was 3 days ride from Tulsa en route to Santa Fe. And there beneath the blazing sun my horse began to sway. Was when I heard a thunderous sound come rising up behind. The hoofbeats of 12 horsemen, their course locked onto mine. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time. Those 4 days ride from Tulsa, the rider's still in tow. They were dressed in white from toe to tip, pale horses trod below. And last among their number, a chilling sight to see. The 13th horse lay empty, with a saddle meant for me. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time. Those 5 days ride from Tulsa, when I pitched into the sand. My legs gave out, my body lacked the strength enough to stand. The horsemen moved upon me then, their leader to my side. He said, son, I think the time has come to saddle up and ride. White rider, well, day will come, we all will join that line. White rider, they come
Slowly
to claim
he
me
turns.
for I had my time.
His eyes don't quite make it to yours. His whole body keels back over the wooden railing where he perched and down into the dusty road outside the saloon. Now, kneeling by his side, you offer platitudes you know are no good. His hand takes yours, and into your palm he presses 2 silver coins, slick with blood. You carefully lay the coins over both closed eyes, trying as respectfully as you can manage to fasten them in position. And you move on. Before you turn the corner, you look over your shoulder. He's
Buen día le dé Dios, stranger. Come, sit with me a little. To rest is a simple remedy, pero es importante. And the first step en la curación. Everyone needs healing. It has always been this way. Sometimes it's walking or sitting, running or sleeping, always the mind is working, pensando. But now, do you have a story about hope? Mi corazón, that was a good story. La familia is everything. But a family is big. All the children have all the children. The world is big too, and la familia, it spreads out. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world. What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think. Faith? Yes. Everyone believes in something different, even un poco diferente than everyone else. I must trust the person faith leads them to be honorable. But tell me, do you have a sad story? Triste. It is good to listen to these sad stories sometimes. Do everything with love, especialmente when it is hard. Also, you must listen to who or what you love. But now, do you have a What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important. A memory of my past. Mi mamá cried when I went to la curandera de mi pueblo. She did not want me to be like la curandera. Try to keep me. He knew it was good that I wanted to learn. Oh, please. Mi corazón, that was a good story. Do not worry too much for el futuro. Easier to say than to. You're kind to listen to una vieja talk of nada. I have learned mucho en mi. Perhaps you want to hear this old woman talk again? I hope so. The road takes me this way. If your journey takes you there, look for me. Bienvenidos. Come, sit with me. Sit with una vieja curandera. It is safe conmigo. There are some of these witches, though they are strong enough to contend with una curandera. I work mainly with las curaciones por la gente, pero it is not for una curandera to take una vida. Do you have any frightening stories? No lo sé. Trust. It is unholy. As if it, but now what a good story. Espera. Fate and luck? To break one would seal the other. But tell me. What a good story. Like what? My choice. I choose to own Las Brujas. But what a story. Sadly, I have bitter memories. She left for the city. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of why I tried? She did not. I walk like it is a hard journey. Take me this way next. Where will you go?